Hi everybody, this is a bit weird. My new studio environment, ended up getting a car. It's quite handy because I can now speak normally without interruptions. Yeah, I hope everybody has had a very nice 2021 so far. It certainly flew by. It's been busy, but it's been a good busy. It's been a month ago, we had some snow in Vancouver. I made a short video of that. Very lovely, but a month later and spring is upon us. The temperatures are in double digits during the day and around about 5 in the evenings. Winter is coming to an end and we're looking forward to our first spring and summer in Vancouver. Anyway, getting back on topic, in this video I'll be talking about our immigration route, and to be frank and very honest, it will probably differ from person to person and depending on your profession. What I will do is just discuss our route, which was mainly the work permit and express entry, because that's the only experience I've got on the topic, to be honest. And I am by no means an expert, so please do your own research as well to see which situation best suits you. If you go onto the CIC website and you go to immigration, they basically prompt you, and it's very helpful to see what type of visa will be the best option for you. So I initially got a job offer through a post I applied for on LinkedIn. It is a very handy site to put yourself out on for recruiters to find yourself. You can also adjust your settings showing that you are looking for work opportunities in Canada or wherever you wish to immigrate. Yeah, so I got a recommendation for a place, applied, got an interview, and eventually got the job. So initially we started getting everything ready for both the work permit as well as the express entry, but due to time constraints we decided to go along the path of the work permit, as it is typically faster than the express entry route. One of the catches when it comes to a work permit, it is only temporary residence. So yeah, mine is valid for 2 years since the date of entry. They basically issue your official work permit once you enter the country, and after the 2 years your work permit expires. If you can't get it renewed or extended, that means it's time to go back to wherever you came from, or like in our case, pursue getting your permanent residency, whether it's through the longer path or express entry. But yes, permanent residency has a lot more perks actually to it than being on a temporary visa. I would say the main advantage of a work permit is that it's a faster route and it is typically cheaper. Your requirements is also less, especially if you've already have an offer of employment. The thing that delayed our work permit the most was the SAPS, South African Police Service, which took forever to issue us our police clearances. In fact, they sort of misplaced it or lost it somewhere amongst all the files, and we eventually had to pay somebody to go behind the scenes and go look for our stuff, and they found it under a pack of stuff, literally found it. So I'm not exactly sure what to recommend people. There's a lot of people that can fast track, or they say they can fast track your police clearance for a fee, and I think due to that it takes preference because everybody's getting a little something out of the deal. And I think if you don't go that method, it might actually take you a while to get your police clearance, if at all, which is disappointing. I think we eventually got ours after 3, almost 4 months, and before I had my police clearance I couldn't continue with my application, so that was holding everything up until January 2020, at which stage I could submit my application. I did mention you do not need relocation funds with the work permit. However, I would advise that you do have a little nest egg when you move over to Canada. There's, especially during this time where you still need to self-isolate or quarantine for 2 weeks upon your arrival, it's gonna cost you a bit, the accommodation for one, and also you have to stay alive and keep your family alive, so you need to eat, and food is more expensive here. Those first 2 to 4 weeks you're still going to be living off your South African rands, so it can be tough, it can be expensive. So having a little nest egg available is very handy, and I would definitely advise having money available to you. I would say at least having 50,000 or so available for that first month as just a safety net. Yeah, the major disadvantage of the work permit would be that it's a temporary thing, so down the line you're still going to be spending money for your permanent residency or to renew your work permit. So yeah, down the line it might still cause you some some stress. So like I mentioned, the easiest way to go about it is to try and get a job while you're in South Africa. In my case, they did what they call a LMIA. That returned positive. It's basically a labor market impact assessment. So before they employ a foreigner, they must prove that they did advertise in Canada and that there weren't any Canadian applicants available for the position that was appropriate at that stage. If you've got that form, then the rest is fairly easy, I would say. You shouldn't have any problems going ahead. In my case, I got issued a job-specific work permit. That means I can only work for my current employer during my 2-year work permit. Obviously, if I become a permanent resident, then that changes. If I wanted to and had an opportunity, I could change employers. However, my wife and child's applications basically piggybacked on mine. So my wife has an open work permit that basically just happens automatically because we are married, and my kid is on a visitor's visa. She's too young to have a student visa, so they give them a worker's visa. So they give them a visitor's visa. So for permanent residency, the quickest route would be the express entry. That is, if you qualify for it. Once again, if you go on CIC's website, you can go to express entry and see if I qualify, and I'll post the links in the description. So you can see if you qualify for that. Do a little test run, see what your score is. There's a bunch of things like your age, whether you have a job already, whether you've done your English test, something like your educational accreditation assessments. All of those things, they check it. If you can speak French, they will also get you some extra points. They penalize you for age quite quickly. I think from about 28 years of age, or maybe it's 30, I'm not sure, you start losing points for your age. Yeah, so based on your score you get, you are placed in a pool when you apply for express entry. It doesn't cost anything to do application. So you're placed in a pool, and every 2 weeks there's a draw. The Canadian government sets out cut-off points. It's usually around about 470 points. It can be higher, sometimes it's lower. I think recently it's been one of the lowest draws at 370 points. The higher your score, the better your odds of getting drawn, because there's like 50,000 people or 80,000 people waiting to get drawn, and they only take, say, 1,000 people every round. Something that will pretty much guarantee you will get drawn in the next round or two is if you do a provincial nomination or get a provincial nomination. This application also costs extra. I think it's almost an extra $1,000. I qualify for a provincial nomination, but I'm taking my chances and just waiting a couple of months first to see if I get scooped up. If not, then I'll do the provincial nomination. That basically scores you about 500 or 600 points immediately on top of your score. So if you were lying at 400, you suddenly at 1,000 points, and you're almost guaranteed to be drawn within the next 2 weeks. One thing about the express entry, you will need to have funds available. For example, a family of 3 like us, I think the funds we required was something in the region of $22,000. If you just quickly convert, will be around about 250,000 Rand. So that is money you must prove you can get at a moment's notice. It's basically money to support you while you are here in Canada. The reason for this is with an express entry, you don't necessarily have to have a job when you get drawn. So what basically happens with the draw, they pick you and they send you an invite to apply for permanent residency. And that's when you apply for it. So before you get the invite, you don't actually have to pay a cent, and you can still pull out if you wish. Like I say, everybody's situation is different. You have to use your own brain as well, do some of your own research, see what works for you. Like I also mentioned in the beginning, go onto the CIC website, go have a browse through there. They've got a lot of useful tools, and create a profile, see what you qualify for. I mean, you can cancel your profile at any time until you actually pay and start the process. You're not committed to anything. They guide you very well on there, and you'll get a good idea what the best route for yourself will be. It's a big life decision, so if you're watching this, you're probably doing some research already. Again, I'm not an expert. I might have some of my facts wrong while I'm speaking here, and other people that's gone through the process, please feel welcome to leave a comment and just correct me. And some quick help with the CIC website. Sometimes you get stuck in this weird infinite loop that happens on their site. When you try and log into your profile, it just throws you back to the main page where you have to select English or Francais. So if that starts happening to you, you have to clear your cookies. So get rid of the cookies. Basically, when you get to that English French page, you clear the cookies on that page, click English. I hope for most of you guys. Next page, clear the cookies until you get to the page where you actually enter your login details. Don't clear the cookies again, enter your stuff, and you should be able to get in. Sometimes you need to repeat this once or twice. It was a pain in my ass during my application. Everything was working fine for months, and when things were getting to crunch time, all of a sudden this started happening, and that was the process every time, and it still is for my express entry. So it's a pain, but that's a workaround. If you liked this video, you found it informative, please like it, subscribe if you want to see some more, share it with people that might find it helpful, leave a comment if you think I'm wrong about something, or you could correct me on something and help other people on the right path. Yeah, I hope to chat to you soon about our experience buying a car and just all the things car related when it comes to Vancouver, Canada, or let's say BC, Canada, because every province is slightly different. Have a good one. Be safe. Bye bye.